Hey, what's up? Chris from Schoen Roofing, and we are going over drain install today, cap sheet. Showed you how to cut it out. We got it torched up real close, and now Layden is going to take it from here. Okay, we're working on a 2-ply modified torch down system. This is a drain going down to the ground. They normally come with 3 threaded rod that will put a clamping ring on after. But today I want to show how we get the cap sheet over top with it looking good. So I'm going to pass this off. Okay, so it's the same system as the base. We're going to drape the material over. We're going to find those rods. So there's one here. All I'm going to do is just make a little hole. Rod's right here, make a little hole. One rod right there. And you should be able to push right through. Pull that up a little bit. Went down a little too far. Okay, second one. Third one. As you can see, it's all wrinkled. I can't swear. And so what we're gonna do now is do a little relief cut around each one. So I'm gonna push the material as far as I can up to it. It's actually not much wrinkling at all. I did a pretty good job. And we're gonna cut about 3/8 around each. I'm gonna go real slow on these so you don't slip. Okay, so there's one. And the reason we're doing this is when we torch it down, we want some bleed out to actually come out of here and seal that hole. And then we can also put some Super Mastic Alu on top of that. You want a sharp knife when you're doing this. Don't do it with a dull knife. See, I even use 2 hands on the knife so I can really guide it and keep the pressure proper. Okay. All right, so there is the 3 holes. So I'm gonna show you guys how to torch it down next and then get this finished. And you'll see how that bleed out is gonna fill those voids pretty well. We got our holes cut out. We torched the roll, I don't know, 6 inches back from the actual drain. And this is where you want to stop. You can't do this drain all in one piece. You can if you have someone helping you, really experienced, but in all my time doing this, I found it way easier to stop here, let it cool down so I can sit on it basically, and now I can work this drain part in. So what we're gonna do, and this drain's different because it's so close to a wall, so I'm probably gonna burn my glove. Don't worry about it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna heat this, and we're gonna lower it down by hand. And when I get to the drain part, I'm gonna add a lot of extra heat so that we can get this bleed out on these posts. Don't want chunks of wood though. All right, here we go. That first 2 are going over top, which is perfect. Third one over top. Torch off. We're going to push this drain in. Is the first thing we're going to do. Just get our bleed out around our posts. You need to wear gloves on this, as it's very hot. See how it worked? That means we had enough heat. And now we're just going to work out any air bubbles or any extra bitumen, and you want to work all that towards a post. Center of the drain looks good. And from there, just press this down because we weren't using a cane. Just give it a little pressure. We are going to have to heat this up, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, it works well. This is also where you can tell if your drain is sumped properly. So you can see our roofing comes across, and then we have a drop of about 3/8 again. to the drain. So we actually sump this down into the roof system. That way when water's flowing this way, it's not gonna have a barrier to try and go against. Okay, welcome back. I don't know how long it's been. We're gonna finish up this drain that we just torched the cap sheet on. So if you wanna show this area, we got the cap sheet in. We flashed around. Because this drain is so close to the corner, we had to do a little circle in our flashings. I have a video of that, but how we did it is we set this in, just cut about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch around, so that this needs to sit flat. You can't have your flashings come through here, because then your clamping ring will be all on an angle. So now that we're here, we got the drain cut out, just with a hook blade knife. Everything's nice and stuck. This is where I like to add, even though we have bitumen around those, I like to add a little bit of Soper Alu. Do not press this in with your fingers. This stuff is super toxic. And because this one didn't get as much bitumen, we'll make sure we fill it all the way up. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do, clamping ring normally goes this way with the slots on top. If your drain is sunk down in insulation, because we only have this down about 1/2 inch, I'm actually gonna flip this clamping ring over, and that way there are slots right against the cap sheet where the water can get in. We're gonna do it that way on this drain. So now you can see there's little spots for the water to get in. If we flip it over and do it this way, the water actually has to rise about 1/4 inch, which we do not wanna do on this roof. So we're gonna keep it this way. Now we have clamping nuts, or just nuts. Usually I have, I might need the, how much is on here? I might need the torch hook back up. Yeah. Okay, welcome back again. So what we have to do is get these threaded rods cleaned off. When we do the base and cap on them, as you can see, they get, they get some bitumen on them. And if you go and put this nut on and really crank it, you're gonna snap this threaded rod off. I know because I've done it before. So the easiest way is keep your torch out until you're done. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up that threaded rod a little bit. Take a glove, and I'm just gonna wipe that bitumen off. Just turn it. You see, it's already about half done. All right, it's already a lot cleaner. So now what we're gonna do, start this one. Careful, it's a little warm. Holes don't give me a bitch. And with that extra heat, we're able to, there she goes. So before I was cranking that down. Now it's going on nice and easy. Yeah, I know, my socket's in the truck. We're gonna bring it down most of the way, just till it's touching, and then we're gonna do the other two. Okay, that's snug. So now we're gonna do this one, exact same method. Get my glove on, we're gonna heat it up. already see it's way cleaner than it was. Okay. Majority. Don't burn yourself on these. They get super hot when you do this. This one's clean enough that I can just use my fingers. Get it quite a bit down. There's still a little bit of resistance because you'll never get it fully clean. That one was a lot better. Okay, that one's snug. And the last one. City bylaw officers. Let's see what's going on with the roofers. Get it hot enough, you can just get it on real quick. Okay, so now let's go down to each one, give them a couple turns. You just want to snug these on. If you crank them too tight, you will bust these threaded rods right off. And that's no fun replacing a drain. So that one's tight. All right, they're all good. Okay, that is part one. Second part, all right, part two is putting the cage on. This is going to keep all the debris, most of the debris, out. And it also comes with a lid with a Phillips screw, so if you do need to do any maintenance, you can just lift this up, put it back down, and leave this installed. So same thing, it's gonna go on top of this threaded rod. Now these ones are better with a socket, but I left it on the ground. So we're gonna put those on, tighten them, tighten them down. Okay, so we're gonna put these nuts on. I'm gonna go grab my socket because it's way easier. And then this drain is complete. So this is a spun aluminum, new construction 3-inch drain, and that is how you install the cap sheet, the clamping ring, and then the basket at the end. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.